Welcome to the Hawaii Fire Department's Incident, Accident, and Damage Reporting Procedures Training. This presentation will focus on the technical aspects of completing the various forms associated with incidents, accidents, or vehicle, equipment, or property damage. Let's review some best practices for filling out forms. Before filling out any section, read all instructions, including guides or frequently asked questions. Instructions often contain specific rules or formats required for each field, which can prevent errors or rejections. If filling out a physical form, use clear, legible handwriting. For digital forms, choose a professional font and ensure the text size is appropriate for readability. Avoid cursive if it might not be clear. Pay attention to asterisks or highlighted fields indicating required information. Leaving a required section blank can make the form incomplete or invalid. If a field does not apply to you, consider writing "not applicable" or selecting "not applicable" if such an option exists. Provide correct and verifiable information. False or misleading information can lead to legal issues or denial of services. Double-check details like dates, names, and numerical data. Writing "unknown" or "to be determined" is acceptable. Always review your form before submitting it. Look for typos, incorrect entries, incomplete sections, or unchecked boxes. Consistency in information, such as matching numbers or dates across different sections. Have someone else review the form for errors you might have missed. Additionally, for digital forms, remember: keep a record of your completed form for your records, especially if it's an important document like a legal or medical form. If working on a digital form for an extended period, save drafts or use cloud storage to prevent data loss. For physical forms, use a pen to avoid smudging or erasing after submission unless specified otherwise. If a signature is required, ensure it matches your ID or legal documents. We use one main form for reporting incidents or accidents, the Incident/Accident Report form. Generally, an incident report is required for every unpleasant or unusual event that resulted or could have resulted in injury to an HFD member. If the injury requires more than basic first aid, the event is elevated to an accident report. Any incident or accident with associated damage to vehicles, equipment, or property, whether privately or county-owned, also requires a separate damage report. The election of compensation and ERS forms are only needed when an HFD member is expected to have lost time associated with their injury. To complete the Incident/Accident Report form, indicate via circle if the report is for an incident or accident. Circle incident at the top if no medical treatment was needed, as indicated by item 14 with none. Circle accident if medical treatment was sought, indicated by item 14 with the treating physician's details. Include the physician's full name and the medical facility's name, like Dr. Rand McNally from HMCER or Dr. Ida Noah from Waimea Physicians Center. Note if it was an ER visit only or required inpatient overnight stay. Note exposure at the top of your report for all exposures. You must also include the election of compensation and ERS forms, whether or not lost time is associated with the exposure. Fill out your details, describe the incident fully, note any personal protective equipment used, and suggest preventive measures for the future. All forms must be submitted via email to fireaccidentreport@hawaiicounty.gov by the end of your work shift on the day of the incident or on the shift it was reported. Remember, timely submission is crucial for processing and compliance. When injured, you have the right to choose your compensation sequence. Understanding this form ensures you make informed decisions about your benefits. Specifically for the election of compensation for industrial injury or illness form WC12, HFD only. You must elect your compensation preference, indicated with first, second, third, etc. Select all 9 boxes, from any of the options. There should be only one of each number, 1 through 9, inclusive of the top, W/C only, and bottom, Act 64, sections. Do not separate the choices in the different sections. Limited options eligible under Act 64 may be included in your preference selection. If the option is not available to you, your next selected option will be applied accordingly. Note: always keep a copy of your documents for your records. The ERS form is crucial if you're on workers' comp leave. This form decides if your ERS contributions will be deducted from your benefits, affecting your financial planning. Here is how to fill out the Hawaii County Vehicle Equipment Property Damage Report form. Circle the type of damage, vehicle, equipment, or property at the top of the form. Enter your departmental details, like Hawaii Fire Department, and your role as the driver or operator. Fill in your name, work location, job title, the incident's date and time, and your business phone number. If another person was involved, add their details too. Indicate if there were any injuries or witnesses by circling the appropriate term. List their details, marking I-4 injured or W-4 witness. For county assets, include the year, make, license plate, or equipment number, and whether it's operable post-incident. Describe the damage, ideally with photos. For other vehicles, provide similar details and their insurance information. Describe both county and private property damage, including location and, for private property, the owner's insurance details. Check if the police were notified, enter the report number if available, and whether Corp Counsel was informed. Provide a detailed account of the incident, explaining the who, what, when, where, and why. Diagram: here, sketch the incident's location. Use solid lines to show paths before the accident, dotted lines after, with arrows indicating direction. Number the vehicles involved and mark the impact point. Attach additional sheets, as necessary. Don't forget to sign off with your signature and date, along with those of your supervisor. Other signatures, such as the division head and department heads, will be added after initial submittal. The department is required to fax a preliminary copy immediately, with the original following within 2 working days. Remember, filling this form accurately aids in effective incident management and legal follow-up. Please ensure all information is as detailed and precise as possible. Avoid these common mistakes: incomplete forms, missing signatures, or late submissions. Use checklists and reminders to ensure accuracy. Strive to leave no blanks. It is okay to put unknown or to be determined. Timely reporting ensures we have the right documentation for any investigations, speeds up claim processes, and supports our department's safety culture. All incident/accident and associated vehicle, equipment, or property damage reports should be submitted via email to fieryaccidentreport@hawaiicounty.gov by the end of the shift, with originals sent to admin via interdepartmental mail. Supervisors must remember to update the station's OSHA 300 log for each incident or accident throughout the year. Need help? Here's where to go. Contact our HR or safety specialist who can refer the matter for legal for guidance or clarification if necessary.